Hi, Internet. So I am here in Calgary. Um, I got into town last night. Um, I'm actually staying in a rectory of a church. Um, so it was kind of funny as I was going through Canadian customs. The border control agent he was asking me his questions, right? He was checking my passport and asking me if I had any weapons or if had this or that and so on, and how long I was going to be in Canada and so on and so on and so forth, right? And then he asked me. So I mentioned I was going to be staying with some friends in Calgary and some friends in Edmonton, right? And then he asked me, "How do you know these people in Calgary?" And I say, "Well, there are a couple priests I know back from they're back from when I was a member of a Catholic religious order." And then he just hands my passport back to me and says, "All right, fine, have a good trip, go on." And I just kind of I just kind of went along with it. I didn't realize until later on he was like that was probably his moment of, okay, this guy's got to be authentic because nobody could make that up. So yeah, so my old religious order has a community here in Calgary, and they run this parish, and I dropped them a line, and they had a. It turned out I lucked out. They had a room to spare, so here I am with a day in Calgary to see the sights. So I'm gonna get around a little bit, and it should be fun. Alrighty, so I will let you know what I see. Let's see. Woo! Hi, Internet! I'm here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and passing through, and it just so happens that an old friend of mine lives here. Hey, Brian, say hi to the Internet, Brian. Alrighty, yeah. So Brian and I were he and I were classmates back in high school at a very small boarding school back in New Hampshire, way back in the day.
This is true.
Oh yeah. And it is just the smallest of small worlds that we wound up in the same place. And this place is awesome. This guy is awesome. Life is awesome.
Uh-huh. And guys, look at this. I spotted the TARDIS. Check this. The restaurant has a table shaped like Alberta. That's cool.
All right, so check this out. Well, when you're in a new place, you gotta explore a little bit, right? And so one of the priests who's putting me up told me about this bike trail that goes along this river that cuts through Calgary. See, woo-hoo-hoo. It's called the Bow River. Whoop, it's a little windy. Sorry if you have a hard time hearing. That's called the Bow River. It goes through the middle of Calgary, and there's this bike trail that goes along it called the Bow River Pathway. And don't confuse that with trails. In Calgary, trails are like cross-town highways. So yeah, it's a really pretty river, and I stopped at a spot where there are some islands that look like they're at least mostly submerged when the water level in the river is high. But the river looks like it's fed by glaciers. It's flowing the right direction. It's flowing this way, and I know mountains are up that way. And the water is almost the same kind of grayish turquoise that I saw in like glacier-fed lakes and rivers in Alaska. So it's cool. Really pretty river. Really cool. Alrighty. All right. Good morning, Internet. So my day in Calgary here has been a blast, but all good things must come to an end. It's time for me to hit the road again. So yeah, I'm about ready to head out right now, but I wanted to fill you in on some stuff that happened. So yeah, so at the end of the day yesterday, well, I had dinner here with a couple of priests here in the rectory, and that was great. And after dinner, turns out, well, you saw Brian earlier. It turns out there are a couple other classmates of mine from religious life who live here in Calgary as well. So Brian pulled a little get together at his house, and so yeah, we got together. There was scotch involved, and I got a crash course in Texas Hold'em, which was a blast, even if I did lose all my chips in very short order. But it was a great little reunion, just reminiscing about the good old days. Yeah. And moving forward, let's see, Brian gave me this here. So for this is the 150th anniversary of the independence of Canada, and so to celebrate that, all of Canada's national parks are free admission. So this is the free pass to get me in. So yeah, my next stop is Edmonton, and go straight from Calgary to Edmonton is like a 2.5 or 3 hour drive, but I'm crazy, so I'm going to be taking the long way around, going up through Banff and Jasper, all those parks in the mountains, and then back around to Edmonton. So that's going to be more like 9 hours without factoring in stops and everything. So, but hey, you only live once, right? So yeah, it'll be a blast, and I will show you more. I'll show you those parks on the road. Okay. Anyway, that's St. Francis. He's awesome. Alrighty. All right, internet. Thank you for watching, and God bless you all. Peace out. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and hope to see you around.